What the? Where did you guys come from? I'm just gonna clear him out of the way. Power seal. Ooh, that sounds interesting. What the? Okay. Well, that just happened. That actually looks good. Wow. Oh, it's photon ray. Beam would have been better. Originally, El Nido was nothing but ocean. The El Nido archipelago is purely artificial, created by fate. It was a remodeling plan that took place 10,000 years ago. A plan to include islands blessed with nature in the seas of El Nido. The main island of El Nido, Earth Dragon Isles, Water Dragon Isle, Black Dragon Isle. The development of elements using the energy of the natural world. The distribution of memory terminal devices called the Records of Fate that could survey and guide people's lives. The research center staff who had their memories of the future erased left the center and began a life outside in mist nature. This is how Fate's paradise came to exist. And for over 10,000 years, Fate has been watching over and guiding the descendants of the staff who left this research center. Everything was in perfect harmony. That is until 14 years ago, when a boy came into contact with the flame on the night of the storm. And watching over and guiding the descendants of the staff who left the research center. Everything was been permanent. Okay, still working. Self. was the lock release for the elevator again? My mind's been blanking out. I think it's here. So technically, this entire freaking all them islands, everywhere we've been for the last, it's all just made up. It's all fake. It's all created like everything was just one big giant test subject for fate. Than a night. There we go. Now we're in. Bring someone here. There's what that is. Okay. I don't want to win. Hopefully, where's the reach? Recovers a used element for what? So if I use an element and then use that, I can get it back to use it again? Now, funny, I could get 99 of them. This is so OP. What is this? The DNA records are poems and music. The melon. Perhaps the DNA of the ones who make contact with the flame is weak by the sound they generate within. I wonder if life forms are just dreaming in an endless flow of music. That doesn't even make sense, dude. Okay, we get it. Please don't talk to me. Humans and reptiles. 65 million years ago, the reptiles who evolved from reptiles had developed their own unique civilization. It was long before the ancestors of humans who evolved from primates had developed their civilization. Excavations carried out on the central continent of Xena have revealed that the reptiles already had advanced architectural skills in the prehistoric era. But the fall of Lavos to the planet and the resulting ice age this brought about rang the death knell for the reptiles and their civilization. After that, the reptiles slowly disappeared from the stage of history. However, in the distant past, humans could have been defeated in the contest of evolution and the reptiles could have continued to develop. It is not unthinkable that such a timeline could exist in other dimensions. Everything is purely a problem of possibilities, and the world is only stabilized by the viewpoint of the ones who observe it. DNA, the seeds of life. The human body is made up of 50 to 60 billion cells. Each of these cells contain genes in the form of DNA. These are the fundamental building blocks that exist inside the cell's chromosomes. They store genetic information that can be passed on from parent to child. The structure of DNA is common throughout all life, throughout all universes. Through DNA combinations, life forms take on differing forms with variable abilities. This is getting really into creep. It's getting into territory I'm not comfortable with. This Lavos, an extraterrestrial life form that is thought to have fallen from the heavens 65 million years ago. On the timeline that existed before history was changed, Lavos was assumed to have slept deep below the planet's surface, sleeping and consuming the planet's energy up until the day of destruction known as the apocalypse. There are those who believe that 12,000 years ago, the legendary ancient magical civilization known as Zeal came into contact with Lavos. That fateful encounter is said to have resulted in Zeal disappearing from the surface of the planet within the space of a single night. However, the very existence of the ancient civilization of Zeal has never been proven, so up to this day, this theory cannot be confirmed. On some timelines, Lavos appeared on the surface of the planet in the year 1999 and brought the world to ruins. However, a group of young time travelers saw where their planet's history was heading in. Through their actions rewrote time. This very research facility exists on that new timeline. In a world where, thanks to the defeat of Lavos by the young adventurers, the apocalypse never happened. On a temporal vector, where human civilization continued to evolve unhampered. All the data on Lavos that was obtained from tracing different parallel worlds possibilities have proven to be volatile. with fluctuating decrepit. I can't keep up with this. Perhaps at this point in time it is nearly impossible to attain any true information about Lavos. Got me a rainbow shell. Is there anything else that I need to know? Like maybe what does this do? This just got detailed really fast. Model of a lower animal brain. Model of brain behavior. Model of brain analysis. Model of brain evolution. Model of... This is disturbing. Please. Memory scanning and rewriting is not that difficult a thing. As a matter of fact, it is possible to simulate the thoughts and feelings of each individual. These are all just electronic signals that flow around the circuitry of the brain after all. The vessels of flesh can be reproduced through cloning, and the soul stored within these fleshy vessels can be simulated as well. Thus, one can even go as far as say that death itself no longer exists. Of course, the exploration of an individual's being as a variation within the species still occurs. Overall, we can reverse the old maxim and say that where there is no death, there will be life. Are you saying we can be God? The life forms on this planet developed from single-cell microorganisms, protozoans, then from fish to amphibians, from reptiles to mammals, and eventually to humans. Beginning with a cerebral neocortex, which only exists in higher mammals. The anthropod brain enlarged at an accelerating pace until it became the human brain we know. Could the reason for the abnormal development of the human brain be the biological contamination caused by Lavos? That would mean that humans are really a heterogeneous life form or foreign matter as far as the planet is concerned. Humans are a sudden mutation caused by the contact with Lavos, an alien life form that fell to this planet from space. That is why humans are biologically speaking unbalanced and half finished. Internally inconsistent and disconnected, the human existence is plagued by contradictions, an incomplete species, torn between love and hatred. Those very being is self-contradictory. From the planet's viewpoint, humans are just destroyers and accursed, yet perhaps pathetic blight on the world. Well, gee, we hate you too. We control human emotions by using neurotransmitters. That means by manipulating the neurotransmitters inside their brains. It's possible to control the feelings and even the personalities of humans. Fate uses the recursive fate to connect directly to the brains of the humans with whom they come into contact. Fate not only imprints what actions the humans should take into their brains, but also rewrites their personalities and feelings. It feels wrong. This is a combat. Goodbye. Really? What the? I'd be concerned, but it's hard to realize how powerful you truly are. Screw! Double screws. Oh wow. Any personnel registered as Arbiter may enter. Not what I am. What in the world is this? Everyone gather around. Oh god. Another meeting. Let's see. In the 11th century, a scientist by the name of Lucia indicated the possibility of time travel through the use of a time egg, which utilizes miniature black holes. Whether this could actually be possible or not is still the subject of intense debate, and no conclusions have been made. Whoa. According to our theory, by rotating a single point of supergravity, space-time continua can be drawn in, thus making it possible to transform that singular point which pulls in everything else into a ring formation. Using this ring as a gate between dimensions, it should be possible to travel back and forth between various space-time. I've heard that the time egg already existed during the legendary ancient dynasty. We shouldn't have to rely on theories from an ancient civilization that may not have even existed. We can do this. But it's said that the time egg was altered. That time was altered using the time egg. That's just a legend. There isn't even any evidence to prove that this ancient dynasty even existed. The experiment should be starting soon. After we discovered an unusual gravitational field in this barren sea of El Nido, we built several artificial islands and established Chronopolis. This was all done to facilitate our secret research, but now our research is about to come to an end. Once the final adjustments are made, the experiment will commence. It's just a matter of time, so everyone should keep up the good work. The chief hasn't returned yet, hasn't? Then we'll have to hold off until he gets back. To think that time is not absolute, but is static, relative, and subjective. That there can be individual differences caused by changes in time. Perhaps the same people and life forms can even exist in several different time spaces. An independent time that flows with a will of its own. Ah, what nonsense. The lost ancient magic civilization of Zeal. If it really did exist, someone may have even traveled through time to this period. We may appear to be a military research center, but we're actually conducting research on time. Okay. The research center was established under the utmost secrecy by the central regime. We're conducting a simulation on phase of stasis. Oh my. And then we turn that on again. Huh. This is getting weird. All of it. It's just all weird now. There we go. Darn it! Why is there an enemy inside the ghost? What is this weirdness? Ha! I'm gonna take a quick break. I need to get food and my medicine. First, we'll talk to this girl. The chief said he was going out for a walk. He's probably by the dock somewhere, gazing over